Get ready to meet the college student whose hand-painted sneakers are changing the game for athletes.
My first one was MyKayla Skinner, and then we did Simone Biles shortly after that, and then it just started launching into the NFL. So It was really just stairs.
What started as a hobby has turned into a successful business.
It was kind of a thing that was going around on YouTube. I saw it and I was with my dad at Home Depot one day and they had paint, like Sharpie paint pens. And I was like, Dad, I need some of these.
Before starting Kicks by Kenna, she had never even painted.
I was a doodler before on my homework. My teachers can attest to that.
And now her artwork is displayed on the world's biggest stages, from Super Bowl to NASCAR and beyond.
My first huge NFL client was Bradley Bozeman. And then after that, I worked with a couple of the Miami Dolphins. And then we did, of course, Ketel, Marte.
Does it feel like you're living some sort of a dream? Or
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't have predicted any of this. I mean, I was literally painting shoes with Sharpies in my garage in July, and here we are.
For Kenna, art is about transforming lives and giving back beyond the field.
But my dream has always been to own a studio where I can bring people in who are kind of like me, who didn't have maybe they don't quite know what they're doing. Like, this was revolutionary in my mind. Like, who paints shoes, you know?
In this episode of Game Day with Shay, Kenna shares the inspiration behind her unique creations.
I just love to do art and I love to tell people stories.
And stay tuned as we unveil the pair of Kenna's kicks that left me in awe.
Are you able to show us a little bit today? What we're going to try?
Yeah, I brought supplies.
What?
Ba-dun!
Welcome to Game Day with Shay, where sports meets design. I'm Shay Holland, HGTV designer and sports journalist. This is the show where your home, your style, and your love of the game finally get to play on the same team. Hit subscribe and let's dive into this episode.
Welcome to this episode of Game Day with Shay. I am so excited to introduce you to a young designer who is going to share her journey to how she got here today. Welcome, Kenna.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
I know. We should tell everybody you flew in from Arizona.
Arizona this morning.
So I really appreciate that. We probably should also explain why we have these amazing shoes on the table.
Because I am a custom shoe artist. I did these for the All Star games when they were in Texas.
This is amazing. The level of detail is just blowing me away.
Thank you. They were actually a copy of the ones I did for Marte. I loved them so much that I made a copy and now I bring them with me to all these places.
Can you explain some of the design? Was this a request from the player?
Nope, all me. I just got to go everything I wanted to on here. So we did kind of a wraparound design. I do a lot of these, but usually it's just side and side. But these I wanted to be extra special, so of course we did the logo for the specific event, and then the D-backs logo because he's a Diamondback. And then I just did the jerseys, themed off the jerseys, and then just a couple fun surprises hidden in there. We just kind of based off the jerseys because they change them every year for the All-Star games. So this year it was for Austin. So of course it's the National American League, and then they do a different jersey every year. So that's what I based the shoes off of.
How did you get into doing shoe design, custom shoe design?
Yeah, it was actually a COVID project. I was 16 when COVID lockdown happened, and I was looking for something to do, and it was kind of a thing that was going around on YouTube. I saw it and I was with my dad at Home Depot one day and they had paint, like Sharpie paint pens. And I was like, Dad, I need some of these. And he was like, sure, for what? And he's like, you'll see, you'll see. And I go home and I painted a pair of shoes. And then from there, it just kind of exploded.
Wow. So how did people find out? Were you posting on like YouTube or TikTok or something?
It was all through Instagram. When I first started, I didn't even have social media. And actually Mama, who's here today, is the one who posted them to her Facebook. And then from there, we actually started the Instagram on 4th of July in 2020. And it just kind of, it started with my neighbors and the ball just kept rolling, and eventually I did a couple of the Olympians from the 2021 Olympics. My first one was MyKayla Skinner, and then we did Simone Biles shortly after that, and then it just started launching into the NFL. So It was really just stairs.
Oh, that is amazing. And did you have a passion for sports before this, or how did you get involved with the athletes?
What's funny is I had a passion for sports, but in a different way. I loved cars. My family is a huge car family. And then when I started making shoes for different athletes, of course I had to follow them. So that's where the sports love came for. But before that, it was definitely cars.
So like F1 or?
Everything. We don't discriminate. NASCAR, F1, IndyCar, we love it all.
So when you started this, you had just gotten your driver's license, is the funny thing.
Yes. Yep. Making shoes and driving.
What have you learned as a young businesswoman? Because I know there's going to be so many people that look up to you or who are older, I'm sure.
Yeah, honestly, I think And it's funny too, with just the way the world's going and how things are changing, I think it's so important to be flexible in the way you approach challenges, especially because, I mean, I didn't even have an Instagram. When I started, I had no idea how that worked, but it is the future. Social media is where people find you, it's where you can sell your product, it's where you can connect, and so I think just learning to kind of go with what the future holds is really helpful.
Now, tell us some of the athletes you've done shoes for and what some of the requests are.
My first huge NFL client was Bradley Bozeman. He plays for the Chargers now. He just retired. I'm super happy for him. I believe he was playing for the Baltimore Ravens when I first started working for him. And then after that, I worked with a couple of the Miami Dolphins. And then we did, of course, Ketel, Marte. We're always moving and grooving.
Is there a call that came in, like I'm sure with Simone, you were like how did that, like what happened? Like tell me the story.
Yeah, actually a funny, crazy story. Actually, my very first Olympian when I did MyKayla Skinner, it was my old gymnastics coach who connected us because I did gymnastics before this, and she had taught MyKayla when she was younger, and she found out I was doing this, and she was like, I have a good client for you. So she kind of connected the dots for us. You really never know where a connection will come from.
Yeah, that is so true, because you're mentioning all these names and I'm going, oh, we just talked to the makeup artist for Simone
Yes,
Biles. And, and so it's like once you get into the kind of the world of sports and design, they all start to connect, especially among the women.
It's crazy how many people you think you know and then they know someone else. That's just, we always say like never stop talking about what you do, because you'll find someone that is like, oh wait, I love that, let me get into that. It's just how you kind of get the ball rolling.
And what's the craziest request you've gotten for a shoe?
Oh my gosh. I do a lot of mock-ups for people, and so like when they'll request stuff, and I'm a very visual person, so like before we even start the shoes, I'm like, I see it, I know what we're doing. I don't need a picture or anything like that. Sometimes people, when I'm working with them, they want to see it. I've had a couple requests lately that are super funny. They'll be like, I want Starbucks, my dogs, all 4 of my kids, a piece of pizza, and Bible verses all over them, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I just have to make that work. I just love to do art, and I love to tell people stories, so whatever that means to them, I'm willing to do it.
And how did you come into art? Was that something like you started as a little kid and just found you had a gift for?
Yeah, pretty much. I think I took maybe 1 art class and when I was really young, but for painting, actually the first time I ever painted was on a pair of shoes. I was a doodler before on my homework. My teachers can attest to that, but before that, no, I just tried things and it worked out.
And I love that you said that you're a visual person, you just kind of see it, because that's how I design houses too. And sometimes it freaks people out because they're like, I don't see
You're like,
it.
I promise I have a vision.
And it's true, you do. So, and like you probably even see like the colors and everything.
Absolutely, I see all of it. The dimensions too.
Yeah, so I think that's just like a supernatural gift personally.
It's helped me too through college. I'm a graphic designer, so I graduate in May, but it's crazy to even think that that kind of helped my shoes and then it helped with college. It's crazy.
You're in college now, we've gone through COVID.
Yep.
What's after college? Do you have any plans?
Gosh, we'll see. I don't know. I'm looking for jobs right now, kind of trying to stay local, but of course I'll always have this. I think I'll probably always be Kicks by Kenna. I never want to stop. Yeah. And then just from there, you know, I want to get some industry experience, but my dream has always been to own a studio where I can bring people in who are kind of like me, who didn't have like, maybe they don't quite know what they're doing. Like this was revolutionary in my mind. Like who paints shoes, you know? So I want to have a place where people can come and kind of explore like, oh, I have this crazy idea, and we can have the backbone there for them to start.
Oh, I love that. That is amazing. So that you would have a studio where like different designers could come in and oh, that's
try their crazy ideas.
I love it. That is amazing. When you deliver something to an athlete, like what's usually the response you're getting?
That's my favorite part of what I do. I love it. My favorite thing, athletes are incredible when I deliver to little kids. I have the best videos of them like running around, they're screaming, they're jumping. It's my favorite part of the whole process.
Don't some of them have a story of why they want to?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I had a pair, it was a set of siblings, and their dad had recently passed away. And so what I did is, so the daughter played softball and the son just wanted a pair of Nikes. So what I did is we put angel wings on the back, and then they had all their favorite stuff on the front, so it was personal to them. And then in the dad's handwriting, I had written, because he wrote like, I love you so much on a card or something for them. I copied the handwriting and put on the side of it the same thing, so they could always have a piece of him with them. And then actually the mom didn't order anything for herself, so I went and got her a baseball hat with his team and put the same thing on it, and she thought it was very touching.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just almost makes me tear up because it just sounds so precious.
It's the sweetest thing. I love helping people. Again, storytelling. I love to help people out with that.
And now you're getting invited to all these, Super Bowl and all this other stuff. Does it feel like you're living some sort of a dream, or
Absolutely.
what is it?
I mean, I couldn't have predicted any of this. I mean, I was literally painting shoes with Sharpies in my garage in July, and here we are.
Yeah, you're flying to LA and you're at Super Bowl, you're
right.
at MLB.
Flying to the wrong airport.
Yeah, well, thank you for making that sacrifice
That's okay.
to come here, for sure. And then working with your mom, how did that come about?
She's been there from day one. It's never been Kicks by Kenna without my mom. She's my everything, truly. And I always say she does everything, I just paint. But she's the one who runs the business side of everything. So she had the knowledge of social media before we came along and did this. She was running other people's socials. So she's helped me a lot with that, and she understands how algorithms work and helps me answer DMs because I go to school full time. When I'm not at school, I'm painting, and I actually used to work for the Diamondbacks, so there was also that too. So I was a bit busy, and so it really helped to have Mom on the way with me.
For other Gen Zers, what would be your advice if they're thinking, oh, well, I have kind of a crazy idea? Because it seems kind of daunting to get started, but you just did it.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't see, when I started this, I couldn't imagine this for sure, but I definitely knew it had potential. And I'm sure that's what people feel. They're like, I have this idea and I think it could work. I think my best advice for them is to just do it. You never know when it will happen for you, and you never know what it could be. Again, I painted shoes in my garage, and here we are. Now I'm on Game Day with Shay. Those crazy ideas, you have to take a chance on them. Because you never know what things will turn into.
I really wanted to combine sports and design, and people were like, you can't. And I'm thinking,
you can.
Yeah, see?
You absolutely can.
Right? When you get a call for a shoe, or how does the process work?
Yeah.
If somebody wants to get a custom shoe from you.
Absolutely. So I usually just have everyone reach out, Kicks by Kenna on Instagram. And then from there, I have all my clients provide the shoes, even Ketel, Marte. And from there, so they'll provide the shoes. We'll talk design work. Usually I'll have them send images, or even if they don't have an image or just an idea of what they want. And then from there, I take it from there. We start the process with all the prep work, the sanding, all that stuff. I paint them and then they get them back.
How long does it take you normally to do a pair of shoes?
Depends. Little baby shoes take me 2 hours, and then this pair I think took me 48. So it's really a range.
Okay, so still that 48 is not that's not a long time to get this level of
It's
detail
a lot.
on them.
Yeah.
What has been the most detailed shoe that someone asked you for?
Actually, the previous All Star games to this one, I think it was 2022, 2023 that time, I was actually flown out to Seattle for the All Star games, and it was super fun. I did another pair of shoes that were very similar to this, wraparound design, but I had a couple Native American touches to it, and those were very detailed. And I put a bunch more players on it, and they were actually put in display and then auctioned off for the MLB charities.
Okay, now are you an only child, or do you have brothers?
I have 2 brothers.
How does this affect the family with you being the businesswoman of the family?
It's a family business, for sure. We always say that everyone has a little role. My dad helps load the car. My mom comes with me. My brothers help out with if we need stuff at home. It's really, and I love them so much. They're always so supportive. They're always there.
This is amazing, Kenna. Are you able to show us a little bit today? What are we going to try?
Yeah,
You are.
I brought supplies.
What?
Ba-dun! We're leaving these with you.
We did not know your size, so
They're a great display piece too.
Oh my gosh, you guys are making me cry.
You got a little set piece now.
Oh, look at These are beautiful. I would have never, I actually had tried to do a design and I didn't like it. Not painting it, but where you can custom order.
Yes, Did you do it on Nike?
No, I didn't.
They have a Nike by You thing. I don't know if you would have tried that.
No, I haven't. Oh, I didn't know about that.
Now you have Kenna by You.
See, Kenna, I'm telling you. What does Mom want you to do after this?
What do you want me to do after, Mama?
After school, because it's coming fast.
I just want her to follow her dreams.
Yeah. Kenna, I'm telling you, you would definitely have so much support, whatever you decide to do.
It's crazy too, even just because we know pretty much everyone in the valley now in Arizona, and just the people that you kind of connect with, and everyone knows someone. So even like people are always like, wait, you're a graphic designer? Like, wait, we want you. Like that's happened a lot too.
That's amazing.
I could have a million part-time jobs.
Yeah.
I was an intern for a magazine in Arizona with my graphic design stuff. It was called Paradise Valley City Lifestyle, and she just hired me on full time.
So you will be staying in the area.
I will be in, yeah.
I'm
I'll
sure
be in
that's gonna
Paradise
make family
Valley.
so happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
My whole family's still there. So.
I was there for the Super Bowl when it was in Phoenix, and you were already doing shoes then.
I was. We were in a fashion show during the Super Bowl. So
I totally could. So you, Kenna, I'm dreaming for you. I'm like, I hate it. Then we do a fashion show with the sneakers and the nails.
Yep. A whole spot. Okay.
Oh my gosh, these are amazing.
They're
Okay.
so cute. I had fun making these for you.
This is blowing me away.
Maybe we could put like some tissues in the front. You can wear them.
Yes, definitely.
So I'll tell you the basics before we start, because I left you a little yellow right there. I figured that would be a good starting point. So pretty much what we're using today, it's a water-based acrylic that's made for leather. So if you're going to paint shoes, you have to make sure it's leather paint. Because if not, it cracks and comes off. So you want to be careful because this stuff's very flexible.
Right.
Which is
I was
what you
wondering
want.
about that. Like, how do you keep it?
Yep, and there's a couple brands. I have kind of done my mix, done my exploration. So I have a formula I like, and then that's pretty much what you need to use. And then of course, I had a sanding block earlier, but you're gonna sand to start because every shoe comes with a factory finish, no matter what.
Oh, okay.
So you wanna crack that factory finish with some sandpaper, and then you'll wanna clean that off. So I use just 100% acetone and a cotton ball and a little light over top, and then you can paint.
How did you learn that? That process?
Trial and error, truthfully. YouTube has great tutorials, but honestly, just because when I started, none of that was out there. So just, learning how material
keeping
works.
your secrets.
Sometimes.
Okay.
So
this has already been sanded and taken
That's
care
prepped
of?
for you. Yep.
And then now what?
She's like, I'm nervous.
I'm like, I don't know what to do next.
I brought you white. This is my other little secret. Sometimes if you mess up, you take a small brush and do some little bit of white.
So I should just take any of these brushes, or does it
Yeah,
matter? Like,
I mean, it doesn't
type
matter,
of
whatever
brush?
you're comfortable with sometimes.
Like, I'm usually like a small one.
Yeah, okay.
Because my hands are kind of small. Maybe.
Let's go with this one. I think this is a good size to start.
Okay. I have, and then I'm just gonna, so I just do, let's
Here's
see how
your
you did
paint.
it on this side. Okay.
Maybe put it on the little tray. I'm worried
Yes,
about
I
your
know.
table.
Okay. And then I just do,
Yep.
like, does it matter where I start?
No, it doesn't matter. My one thing when I do it is because you can kind of see the texture of paint. It's something that I had to learn along the way, but you can see where it kind of lumps, so you always have to like smooth it out.
So it looks like it's gonna take a couple of coats.
Yes, we do that. Actually, yellow is one of those colors. It always needs like 5 coats.
Okay, and the only reason I like doing this too, so I do like painting rooms in my house. I love to do the trim work, like in the cutting in. I know most people hate that because it's like the detail part.
Yep.
But my brain like craves the
Loves
detail. Yeah.
You would love doing this then.
Yeah, so working on a little bit of a smaller than a wall, obviously.
Yes. It's kind of like the trim of the shoe. We're doing the little lace pocket.
But it seems like it goes pretty fast. And then does it matter if I get a little paint on the inside of the...
Nope, that's what the white's for.
Okay.
So we'll do little cleanups, basically.
Oh yeah, so I'll need a little cleanup there, I see.
And
'cause I went
sometimes too,
far.
I didn't bring it, of course, but I have a blow dryer, and I will blow dry over it so it goes a little faster.
Oh, so it goes a little faster.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it takes about 8 hours, truthfully, to do a pair like this. So you kind of
to let it dry and everything.
Yeah, to dry it, to design it, all the prep work and everything. Usually put about 8 hours into each pair.
First
Look
coat.
at that! You did it!
First coat.
That looks great!
Oh my
Yeah, you killed that.
Wow. I'm so, now do I do the touch up now?
Wait till it dries,
Okay,
and
because
then
I just got a little tiny bit right there.
that's okay. I mean, actually, let's see.
Do. I'll give you to do. See, do you see that little part where I got
Oh
a
yeah,
tiny,
on there.
tiny little bit?
Can I take your little paint
Yes.
palette?
Oh, this is too crazy.
She be painting.
You could do
Shoes with Shay.
classes. You know how they do the art classes where you come and do sip and
We did
art?
a couple of them, actually. I've done a few. We just started doing those. My first one was at NASCAR, which is kind of intimidating, but it was super fun.
Did you do one at MLB or no?
No, we didn't do one at MLB. I did one at I've done a couple of them, but the biggest one was definitely NASCAR, and we actually did hats, and it was a paint and sip, so yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
Similar setup. We just did some little hats instead of a canvas, which was really fun. And we've done another one with a high school girls flag football team, and they did shoes.
I gotta show that to the camera again.
She done did it.
Kenna, thank you so much for
You're
the shoes, for the
welcome.
lesson, for coming here. I can't wait. Yes, I am gonna have to just stuff the front with some socks.
Yes,
And I'm only gonna wear them indoors.
there you go. And I got you some cute ribbon laces. I thought you'd be
yes,
into
because you
that.
could custom the laces too.
You
can do
can.
everything.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
The sky's the limit. I even sometimes do rhinestones.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for coming today.
Of course.
And being on Game Day with Shay.
Thanks for having me, and enjoy your Game Day with Shay shoes.
Oh, I'm loving them. You saw you brought me to tears. So if people want to get their own shoes, how should they find you?
Kicks by Kenna on Instagram.
And just start the like they just can send a message and
Yes,
say,
send me
hey,
a DM on Instagram, and we'll get the ball rolling.
and then they provide whatever
Yep,
style of
provide
shoes.
the shoes, and then we'll just talk design on DMs, and then we'll go from there.
Is there any design you would say no to? Like, is there?
Never, never.
Okay.
Nope, we're open to everything.
Awesome.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Game Day with Shay. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a thing. Catch you next time.